So I thought I'd talk about this one story. It's a college story, yeah. It was like at the end of the semester. Yeah. Yeah, I know a lot of parents are afraid to send their kids off of the college because they have seizures, have epilepsy. Yeah, don't. Okay? You know, uh, but here's one of my stories. Okay? You just got to go through these things, okay? I had trouble with college. Okay, it was at the end of the semester, okay? And I had my exam. And there's I'm so sorry. And guess what happened? Yeah, you know, I had a seizure during the exam. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I had a seizure during the exam, and the sun's come out. I had a seizure during the exam, but you know, and my mom, she tried to get me to go to the teacher. Okay, she tried to get me to go, and I would not go. I was so embarrassed, but you know, you can't be embarrassed. I tell myself you can't be. Now that I'm older, I tell myself you can't be that way. And I'm not that way anymore. But then I was that way. But luckily, my brother I think it was my brother, had the teacher as an advisor. And he went to him and he talked to him. And he gave me an incomplete, okay? Yeah, and I was able to get the test. And was able to finish the test. But, and I went on probation for the next semester. But, yeah, this is the part that's not so happy, okay, for me? So, Bella! Yeah, she almost ate something. Okay, this is the part that the next semester when I was going to start, I had to face the probate board, okay? You know, and they were asking me, why do you think you deserved it? And I was telling them, you know, and there was this one lady, she was asking me the question, and I was trying to explain to her, you know, I have epilepsy, and sometimes I have trouble focusing because of my petite mal, and it's just hard for me to focus sometimes because I go in these short seizures. And she's like, well, maybe you shouldn't be in college. And I just like, yeah. I was like stunned. Yeah. I was like stunned because I was like, I know I'm not the only disabled student, you know? Yeah. Now, this was like in the 90s, okay? And, yeah, this is in the 90s. And I don't know who she was. And I'm sure she's not on the board. And I'm not going to say the college's name, because the college is actually a good college. Yeah, it's actually considered a good college. Yeah, and it has a sister college. It's actually considered an even better college than it. And and it and I just wanted to freaking jump across the table and strangle the woman. And I walked out of the room without crying. And my sister was like, "What's wrong?" Because she was out there waiting for me. And I'm like, "I don't want to talk about it." Yeah. And when I said that to her in a sharp tone, she knew something was wrong. Yeah. She knew something was wrong. And my mom got home from work. I was already crying. Yeah. But I was able to get back in school at the beginning of the semester. But, you know, that lady, she really pissed me off. And I'm sorry I said that. But, yeah. I just don't know. But please don't keep your kid from going to college because you are afraid they won't be able to do school, okay? If you think maybe they can't handle the school, maybe they can have a friend. I mean, I literally didn't have friends, okay? No, I didn't really have friends that much, but maybe your kids does, okay?